Hello dear students, in our lesson today we're going to deal with some writing. So, we're going to see how to write a letter of application for a specific job. Now, before writing down a letter, first of all, we see that there is an advertisement, and then based on that, we write the letter of application. So we have read this advertisement. We've seen that in the newspaper, the Bridgetown Herald. Wanted, summer waiting staff for busy beachside cafe. June, July, must be hardworking and friendly. Foreign languages an advantage. Apply to Mr. Smithers by this email. Now, before we said writing down the email of application, we start thinking of some questions that have to do with the advertisement. Who is going to read my letter or my email? And it's here. It's Mr. Smithers. So I need to start my email by Dear Mr. Smithers. If the name was not written, then I had to start Dear Sir or Madam. But now we know the person that we are addressing that. Another question. What style are we going to write in? So when we're writing a letter or an email of application, is it formal or informal? Absolutely formal. We have to be polite. We have to use, of course, formal language and vocabulary. So, which of these are we going to include? Can we use short forms in our email? Can we say I'm or don't or can't? Absolutely not. We don't use short forms. Are we going to use formal linking words and phrases? Do they have to be formal? Absolutely, of course. Should we have a polite and impersonal tone? What do you think? Yes, absolutely. But being polite doesn't mean that it has to be friendly as if we are writing to a friend. We have to be careful. We cannot finish the email with lots of love and kisses, for example, because this is formal. So it has to be polite, but not that friendly as if we are writing to a friend. We have to be very careful. All right. Now that we read the advertisement, we're going to start writing our email. We always have a model. In our textbook, it's going to be a model. So we're going to be based on that model how to write an email. Don't forget, we have different paragraphs, so we will know what to include in every paragraph. So we start Dear Mr. Smithers. Remember, we knew we had the name in the advertisement. I am writing with regards to the advertisement for summer waiting staff, which appeared in the Bridgetown Herald on Thursday. I would like to apply for this position. So, this is the first paragraph. So what do we include? We include the reason for writing. So we say where we saw the advertisement and what is the reason. Why are we writing this email? Because we would like to apply for this position. And the first paragraph finishes. We move on with the second. I am 18 years old and I have just taken 3 A levels. That means the 3 tests that you pass from the age of 16 to the age of 18. in maths, in English, and ICT. I expect to get high grades and will be starting a degree in business studies in September at Leicester University. So what information do we give in this paragraph? We give the age, the current, not job, let's say, but the studies that he has just finished, and then we see the qualification that he has, because he says that he is starting a degree in business studies. Somebody else, of course, is going to give some other information about his studies or qualifications. We continue with the third paragraph. Over the past 2 summers, I have worked as a cashier and a waiter in Tex-Mex restaurant. So what is he doing now? He's saying where he has already worked. So he's giving the experience that he has. Always, the experience has to do with the advertisements that he read. So it has to do with the job that you are interested in. I found it enjoyable, and my employer was impressed by my ability to communicate well with the customers. So in the third paragraph, we state, we give our previous experience and maybe some idea or an impression that the clients or the others or the boss might have for us. Don't forget the experience to be relevant with the job that you're looking for. Paragraph 4. I consider myself to be hardworking, reliable, and cheerful. So, this person, or Peter, works hard. People trust him, they believe in him, and he is a happy person, he is cheerful. These are the adjectives that were required in the advertisement, and for this reason, he includes them and justifies them. I am also fluent, so I speak well Spanish and German. So, what do we have in this paragraph? We have the qualities, so what kind of person he is, and some other skills that he has. Finishing the fourth paragraph, we have the last paragraph. I would be very grateful if you would consider my application. As you can see, the tone is formal. The vocabulary used is formal. I have attached a copy of my CV and a reference from my previous employer. And in the end, what would we like from him? I look forward to hearing from you. Again, we're using these formal expressions. Yours sincerely, because we know the person. If we didn't know, and if it was dear sir or madam, then we would end with yours faithfully. But now we know that person that we are addressing. So yours sincerely, comma, and the name. So we are finishing by giving the closing remarks and our closing details, let's say. Okay, that was the model. You keep that in mind, and then based on what the advertisement is going to be for homework, you are going to keep the same structure, and in every paragraph you need to put these information here. All right, let's move on with some vocabulary that you need to use in your writing. So we have the words completed, attending, available, past, and consider, and some sentences that might help you in your writing later. Okay, I have my level 6 exams with grade A. What? We're talking about exams. So you finish your exams or you pass your exams. So I have passed my exams. Number 2, at the moment, I am a graphic design course. What are you doing? I am attending a course at Grange Road College. Number 3, I have recently what? I have recently completed a typing course. I have completed this course or that course. You need to include it. I, myself, to be friendly and polite. I consider myself. So instead of saying all the time, I am, you can say, I consider myself to be. That is much more formal and polite, of course. And I am what? I am available for an interview. You can say this expression instead of saying, I can come for an interview. This is much more formal. I am available for an interview at any time. Okay. Adjectives or qualities about yourself are very important. Remember that we have to use these qualities to describe ourselves in the 4th paragraph that we talked about. So you've got popular, quick, hardworking, cooperative, efficient, and patient. All these are positive, and why not being included? They should be included in your email. So you can say, I consider myself to be what is missing and enjoy working with others. So when you enjoy, when you like working with others, you are, of course, cooperative. I am and able to remain calm. So if you remain calm, it means that you are what kind of person? You are patient. You remain calm in difficult situations. I am to learn new skills. When you learn new skills, what does that mean? It means that you are quick. You learn new skills. We continue. As my references show, I have been very popular with clients. So clients like you. You are popular with them. I am what? Take a look at what has remained. And able to do tasks successfully. Always meeting deadlines. So always on time. And you do the tasks very successfully. That means that you are efficient. You are an efficient person. And the last one, I consider myself to be hard-working. When you work hard, then you don't mind working long hours. So, based on what the advertisement says, you are going to choose some of these qualities or others that you are being asked. Before starting reading, we said that first we read the advertisement well. We answer those questions that we have in our mind, and then we make a plan. How are we going to start? With dear sir or madam, if we don't know the name. Or dear mister, if we know. The first paragraph, in the introduction, we say where we saw the advertisement and when, in which magazine or in which newspaper. And of course, we state the reason. Why are we writing? Because we want to apply for a specific job. We continue with, then, continuing with the main body. We have the second paragraph. We said that we're going to include the age, some of the studies that you've done, and some qualifications. In the third paragraph, you need to write down where you have worked before that has to do with the advertisement. And in the fourth paragraph, some of your personal characteristics that include different adjectives that have to be justified. And in the conclusion, in the last paragraph, you have to state that you're going to include a CV, maybe some references, when you are available for the interview, maybe any time or some specific time, and you write down yours faithfully and your name. So we finish with that. And for homework, you are going to be given a specific advertisement, and based on that, you are going to write your letter of application. Read it very carefully. What is needed? Catering staff. Are you free weekends from the 20th of June to the 5th of September? They need some staff to serve food and at events including family celebrations and business dinners. Of course, they need some previous experience. So write your letter of application based on the plan that we talked about. Thank you for paying attention, and please follow the plan one by one and the model as well. Goodbye.